Hey, it's Mr. John. So windows, exterior windows, and front door. Here is the reference photo. So don't forget to look at your reference photo because that's what we're matching. I picked a challenging one. I realize it now. Some things I'm not really sure about, but I'll do the best I can, just like I'm sure you will. And so front door and windows. I noticed my windows look to be about as wide as the door, and almost as tall. If the door is 7 feet, that the windows look like they're five ish. So that's what I'm starting with. And so I'll get that out of the way. Here's my floor plan with exterior walls and interior walls. A window I've been playing with. So what I did with the window is just measure the gap. And if you can't see the gap, go over to styles. Let me close some things here. It's a good idea to close other tools. Well, so they're not all open. Go up to styles and search, go to default styles, and second row, second one over is X-ray mode. So that'll let you see where all the windows and doors go. So I was able to see that without doing that for the most part, at least for these ones. And so what I did is I just drew a line from what looked like the gap, and then I measured it. And so the gap is 6 feet 1 1/4. Now I'm going to just uh, do 6 feet. So 6 feet, boom. So that's really close. So do yourself a favor and just round up or down to the nearest whatever. Um, Close, be close, but you don't have to have all these fractions. And so um, I know that my door is going to be 7 feet tall, and I was guessing that my window looked 5 feet, right? So let's just see what I ended up with. Pretty sure I did 6 feet wide, so I just rounded down, and then height wise, I ended up doing 5. So it looked like the door was 7, and this looked to be about 2 feet shorter. Again, going by the picture, so that's going to be pretty close. And then I spent some time making this window. Why did I do it out here? Well, I did both sides. Yes, it took me, I would say, maybe what would be a class period, maybe 30 minutes to make this window. And I did both sides, painted it glass. My intention is to be as efficient with my time as possible. Another thing that's really smart while you're here is to make sure this is grouped, by the way. So highlight everything, right click, make group. You know if it's a group if you click it and everything turns blue. You also know it's a group if you right click and there's no make group option. You can only explode it. That means it is only already a group. So what I want to do is highlight it, Control C, Control V, and just have a second one. I could even Control V again and have another one as well. Now my picture unfortunately looks like I only have two of those windows on the front, and then I have two different windows, and actually some windows up top as well. But I'm assuming those other I can use these windows maybe on the sides. That would be just fine. So you're not expected to have photos of all sides of the house, just the front. So also, while I'm here with these windows, it would be wise to zoom in to the flat top of the window and use the rotate tool. Slap that on the top, click twice. Well, actually click, rotate, and then click again. Move your mouse so that it is, zoom out perhaps, and it's a little hard to tell if I'm exactly, and I'm not. You can see I'm off a little bit, but at least it's close. I can deal with that later. What I'm trying to do is have windows that I will be able to just move over here and slap onto that side wall. Not quite yet. I'm not ready for it. So let's just put it there. It's a big window, so I'm not really sure where that is going to go, but this is how you can do it with your windows. I also think there's going to be one perhaps right here. What room is that? Bedroom. It's a bedroom. So yeah, I would also think there's going to be two of those. So I'm going to Control C, Control V, and bring a window over there. So see how fast that is. I also think, let's see, click, and I'm going to Control C, Control V, and put this window here. I know it's the windows are different in the front, but I am thinking Control V. See how I can put, this is a master bedroom. I can put the windows, kind of, I'm staging the windows for where I want them. This is all a covered porch. I don't know at that back. It does look like there are a bunch of windows back here. I just don't know yet. So I'm just staging. Hopefully your house is a little bit simpler than mine, but staging my windows. See how easy that's going to be? And the quality, how well those windows go in, depend on the quality of your walls. So if your walls are simple and don't have a bunch of extra lines in the way, or any lines in the way. Okay, so how do I put the window in? Well, I know my door is going to be 7 feet tall. And so what I can do, let's just go ahead and do the door. Go up, blue, 7 feet, enter. I'm going to go over. It doesn't really matter how far I go over, actually. I mean, um, that looks like it's going over 7 feet, but it is a big door. Make sure you go down blue, not green. It's deceiving. Make sure you follow those colors. So yeah, that's a big old door. And then midpoint. So that'll divide it into. It's a double door. Okay. Um, Doors are pretty easy. Really, they're just two rectangles, and we can push those in and go to the opposite wall, let go, and it should. Now, I guess that's not going to really help me here, is it? I should have just made one, because now there aren't two doors now. I'll put those back. I'll put those back. So so here we have the opening for the door, and we want to put that back, and I can just draw a line this way, and it'll fill back in. And then I want to draw a line midpoint straight up, blue, and then I can literally go to paint it like that, and it pretty much looks like a door, and I can paint the inside as well. And you can see, because of the way we did it, it looks like it's um, a real door. And I like to push pull. I like to push in just a little bit, and maybe pull this side out. We're trying to give it the illusion of being a door, so it's actually in a little bit. Now the floor is not going to be brown, so that eventually will be painted something else. So don't forget to paint that something else, whatever the flooring is. And now you need trim, of course. And so the 4-inch trim is going to go on the outside of this. And so I like to just draw up 4 inches, go over. I don't know. I usually stop short because I don't know how far to go yet. So I draw here, 4 inches. Okay. And now I can go up and connect to that. And then I just go straight down. There's no molding on the floor, on the bottom of a door. So that's good news. Over 4 inches. SketchUp is really smart. I've said that before. It will even give you little hints. It's like, it looks like you're doing 4-inch molding. So would you like to stop at 4 inches? Yes, please. I would. So here's my molding, and molding, to give it the realism that we want, we're going to highlight that whole thing. And I'm going to click with the push pull out, type in 1 inch, enter. We want to be consistent with our molding. So 1 inch, which is the thickness of my windows as well, is a good way to go. And then whatever your trim color is going to be, I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. You'll be painting it. That's really ugly, but you'll be painting your trim. Don't miss the top, bottom, sides, etc. Okay. And then a doorknob, however you want to do that is fine. Doorknobs are tricky. Really, it's kind of like art. We just need the illusion of a doorknob, you know? So I like to go with metal. Metal always looks good on a doorknob. And, from a distance, it's fine. It's like art. Like I said, it's the illusion of, and we should maybe pull that out just a little bit. Doesn't need much. And you could do a rectangle too. Doesn't matter. Just give me a doorknob. I don't like to download them. It just makes my computer laggy. But there's the illusion. Now, you do have to refer to the picture. Now, my picture is terrible, so I can't even see what kind of doorknobs I have. That's good news, because I can do whatever I want. So remember the final drawing, even the door colors, I'm going to have to change all that. Oh, there's glass in my doors. Yikes. So I'm going to have to change my door, and I'll do that later off camera here. But there's going to be and I'll have to move my doorknob. So I'm going to paint that glass, and I'll make those look like the real doors. All right, so how do I put the windows in? Well, I know they're 6 by 5, right? 6 by 5. And I know they are, well, now that there's trim, I don't know that they're a foot down from the top. Let's draw a line and let's measure that. Actually, I don't even have to measure it. I could, you know what? I don't have to do that either. I could just go straight over red, and that is where, that's the top of the window right there. So now I'm going to select my grouped window and move it and put, oh, no, I'm not. No, 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 I'm not. Nope, I'm not. I need a hole in the wall first. So I need to go, so it's 5 feet, right? So lined up with this, so about here, 5 feet down with the trim and everything, right? 5 feet down, 5 feet. You need to know how big the hole is. And my entire window is 5 feet, and it goes over 6 feet, 6 feet. Okay. And then up even. And if it doesn't snap, just type in 5 feet, enter, and then go over. So there is where my window goes. And while I'm here, little housekeeping, clean up your mess behind you. It's a good habit in life anyway. Now there's my window, and I'm going to push. Oh, I hate when that happens. Now you notice a couple things. One, the entire wall turns blue. And two, my lines are darker than they normally are. That typically means it's not a finished, something's not right. There we go. I just did something. See the difference in color? It's a minor detail that I've just noticed. I noticed recently, actually, that now it should work. It does. See that? So that dark line is a hint that it's not quite right. I just drew another line across the top. Now I can push this in to the back wall here, to the opposite side of the same wall, I should say, and let go. And it should make a hole. And now I'm going to take my window. And how exactly do you slide it in? And I will show you my trick. So I know that this outside corner right there is, let me think that through. Yeah, I think so. That outside corner right there is going to be on that outside corner, I think. Let me let go and see how it looks and back off here. It's not, so the problem is it's not that I was wrong. It's actually the inside. And the reason, see how there's not 3D? It's not pulled out an inch. I was wrong. It's the, but this is an easy fix. Move inside corner. Oh, be careful what you grab. You have to be really careful here. What I'm selecting. Make sure you select the window again. Move inside corner up to the outside corner. That leaves me the 1-inch trim that I was wanting. Now look at that. That is like instant window. Let me just click off of it so you can see what I'm talking about. Pretty cool. And I think if we do it this way, you don't even have to do interior trim. So that would be the process, and that's why we have 3 days to do front door and outside windows, because it's a process. But I think I probably just saved you an hour or two by making one window and copying and pasting and rotating some versions of that. So you can pretty much use this technique and put all your windows in relatively easy. So good luck. Keep up the good work. Catch you next time. For now, Mr. Johns is out.